pulling another 5 more.
Yeah. What is your production equipment of choice? What do you like when you're making beats? What is your go-to machine?
Oh man, it's like everything. I mean, I love my Roller 909 because I can upload samples, and then that's my standalone, and then my MPC, which is I use a computer because then I can just be on the go, right? And I like that because that's another cool one I was like getting into because I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna be like out of town, and I know I have a couple records that I don't have on MP3, but I want that style because it had little crackle pops in those records. I just want to add that to the background. So then I just go Serato with my Pro Tools and just just chop those little samples up real fast and then transfer to my computer. And then when I go in somewhere, I like to utilize everything pretty much from my 909, my
I like that.
MPC, Serato records, regular natural environmental noise like Snapple cap. You push it the wrong way, make a little pop. I'm like, and then you retweak it. Or just a little stomp, or somebody slapping the 40 bottles together just to go clink clink, stuff like that. I mean, literally is like I use anything and everything. I'm not afraid to say it. I'll sample from anybody, but then I'll twist it up and change it around. So I'm not like Vanilla Ice. I mean, literally, I do not like being like him.
Yeah.
I'll take an 808 and then I'll maybe EQ it more, tweak it more, try and drag it out, reverse or whatever to do. Just so it doesn't sound like theirs.
But see, that's that thing about hip hop, making it your own. Taking the bits, twisting it, twerking it, flipping it, and then giving it back to them, and it's something completely different. And they're like, "How'd you get that out of nothing?"
Yeah.
And to me, a lot of young cats, they don't understand about getting in there and really EQing their drums and playing with the compression on your drums, playing with different stuff, and really tweaking it and seeing the limits that you can push your sound out of and then bring it back in. And I listened to your project, which brings me to my next question. How did you meet or get in contact to do a duo project with the Ayatollah?
Oh man, that was funny. Yeah, you brought that up. I did. My homeboy, Wicked from Portland. He's like, he was throwing the Sunday PDX parties. All of a sudden, it's like afternoon, party. We'll play stuff from like just nice dance music, R&B, even break beats, whatever, from Planet Rock to like Coffee Brown, stuff like that. Just nice Sunday, good classic, nice mellowed out kind of jams. And then he was there doing the DJing set, and then I was like, well, I need to talk to this guy because I had like one of his records, Miss Fat Booty. I was like, dude, I need him to autograph this. Because when I heard that he was coming, I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I get the day off. But I didn't know he lived over here too.
I did not know that.
But he has family back home. And then we end up what the heck was it we were doing? We were just chilling one day. We just like all right, let's go get a little coffee, get a little like snacks, whatever. I want to chop it up. I really want to talk to you and understand, like, because I know he done a lot of stuff with like Nori. I heard some other exclusive projects that he was doing, and then we just like, he goes, so you make beats? I'm like, yeah, I just do it because I like to do it. He's like, yeah, you should you should do an album or something. It's like, because after I heard a few of my tracks, I'm like, you need to do something. I'm like, I've been pondering on it. I just been building an arsenal up of like instrumentals. And then like, I didn't know he had like a girl over here, he has a little baby daughter, I think she's like 4 or 5 or something like that. But, yeah, after we like link up that one day, I'm like, I cannot get him out of my studio. this cat would be like, yo, Budget. I was like, what's up? I told her, what you doing? Thinking about going to the studio? Hey, can I come over? All right. Let me go tell my wifey that you're coming over. Like, we can go get some extra food. And I have to kick my dog out because he's afraid of my dog.
That's hey, I told look, I'm afraid of dogs too. I got a rapper named Scrap down in a place called Little Washington, North Carolina, and I make him kick his dog out every time I go over to his crib. I like, yo, Scrap, go get the dog, take him outside, put him in the room, do something. He was like, but he doesn't bite. I said, look, bro, I believe you, but I don't believe him. So I don't feel much comfortable if you take him outside. So I understand that. Now the next question is how long did it take y'all to work on this on a project? Because the name of the project is it Weapons of Mass Production?
What was that? Oh, the Weapons of Mass Production?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were sitting there. Yeah, we sat there. We're like looking at like, I don't know. I think we were like just production, and I brought something up about Exhibit. And trying to name of some people's other albums names and stuff like that, you know, and it's like production. And then we just sat there. I think it was like a good 45 minutes. And it was like, and he said something, and I repeated something else. Why don't we just put those two together? And like, okay. Like, all right. I was like, cool. What's it called? Episode 1. It's kind of like Star Wars. It's just a never-ending thing. It'd be way more than the trilogy. I can tell you that. And it's like, well, how many more beats you got? It's like, I got, how many more beats I have? My Roland 909 probably has at least about 500 beats just sitting there. They're only on 4-bar loops. But not like I could take it and reconvert it. 'Cause sometimes I'll just walk into the studio. It's like, oh, I just have an idea for just, a kick and a snare and a bass line. So I just go do that real fast. It's like, oh, okay. Got it. You know, and I'll go back to my everyday grind, you know. And then like 2 days ago, I just had to just tap up 3 more beats. But then I was like, cause sometimes I'll buy some samples from people. I was like, hey, so I don't really have to, you know, tweak it too much. Cause I figure if I purchase something, I can use it. But I'll EQ it. I'll EQ it just to get the benefit of the doubt.
Now,
So, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
with this project, how many songs is on the project? So when the fans go looking for it, they'll know the exact, you know, what they're getting.
I think we did, if I can recollect, I think I did like 7 or 8.
Okay.
So so we were trying to go from like, I think, cause I'm working on a solo. And then, I think it was like 14 tracks, including the intro or whatever. Intro is just him just like introducing us into it. He was just doing a little talking to it. And then he got the first track, well, after the intro, the first instrumental. And we just go vice versa. He goes first, I go second, he goes third, you know. So it doesn't be like everybody like, you know, we want them when they go listen to the tracks, they have to like, in order for them to go to his next track, they have to go through mine. Or opposite version, they have to go to mine, they have to go through his. They can skip it, or some people just let it ride. But, and then like the photos,
Go ahead. I said I like the feel
no,
of the project. It's a real nice balance between the two of you, which gives it a nice cohesive feel. Like a lot of times, you know, when you listen to instrumental CDs, it doesn't have a cohesive feel. It's like all over the place. But y'all has a real good feel. It gets like it's something you can put on people and, you know, just let it rock. from
Yeah, it is.
beginning to the
Sometimes I'll
end.
like, yeah, I'll make something just kind of simple. Sometimes just, like this last one I was working on, I mean, you need to have a good sub in like the background to hear that little extra little something that's snuck in the back, type of deal. And then but sometimes like 8 samples or even 6 can make it sound like there's 20,000 samples because the way you break it down.
Right.
And then people will be like, "Do we gotta load this thing up?" Like, not really. And then you're not gonna make any spot for an MC to like get down. I mean, sometimes just the simplicity of just something simple can give it, the MC to get on there and add its little fondant to the wedding cake, and there you go. And then all the little rows, all of the core on the cake could be all the sampling or even the scratching.
Mm.
And then people don't understand, like, sometimes it's just something simple that I need to create and then have the MC come in and hype up. Right now, I'm just like, do we need 3 verses? No. Just give me 2 good verses and a really good, fresh hook, bridge, whatever you want to call it, chorus, whatever floats your boat, how you want to call it. As long as that hits hard. I mean, I just sometimes, because I think like nowadays, I think everybody, it wasn't like the old Sugar Ray Home Gang cassette. Rappers are like, 9, almost 10 minutes long.
Mhm.
Now I'm like, I don't even
Yep.
want to listen to it. I mean, people push out like a 3 to 4 minute song. I'm like, and they be like, well, how
235
come
is
you don't?
pretty the max of your mind.
Yeah,
Your like
that's what I
I look
do.
at
I
music.
just,
Go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, what I used to do in
Yeah.
like clubs or when I'm DJing for when I'm party rocking, I just need almost half. I may, if I like the song, I'll push to get the second verse. But usually it'd be like the 20-second intro, 17-second intro that I need, maybe the verse or the chorus if there hasn't been or whatever. But then once that second chorus comes in, usually I'm trying to ride that one out fast as possible, getting right to the next track. Cause I'm just trying to push as many songs as all the best songs I can get to them to keep them going. I mean,
Mhm.
but I didn't genre smash for a long time. Then lately I've been like really, really genre smashing. And everybody's like, you heard a girl talk? I'm like, who's girl talk? Cause I'm not paying attention to everybody. I'm just paying attention to what I think I like.
Mhm.
And then they were like, check it out. I'm like, nah, when I feel like it. And it was like almost the same thing as what I'm doing, but I didn't know who that person was. But then it's that we're on the same pattern or idea, but I'm using something totally different. I'm picking out my own beats, where I can flip like area codes by Ludacris and I'll be slapping like, Ice-T Colors beat behind it, following up with maybe a Ice Cube Friday, just take that instrumental all the way out and then slapping like 5 different beats underneath it, one right after another.
Mm.
And then, I mean, it's cool because then I can take it right into the studio and grab everything what I need and then do it live, or I can get the version that I already put together. So if I don't feel like doing it live, I can just play the version that I recreated in the studio. But a lot of times I'm just grinding it out. Some people will be like, I did, it's like this one party where like everybody in their blood from all different like ethnicities, religion or sexuality, kind of whatever. I mean, this guy comes up like, dude, you got Whitney Houston? I'm like, hey, you just gave me an idea. Right? So I'm like, so I was like, you're giving me something to work with here, right? You're trying to give me a challenge here. Dude, I kept that floor going. I mean, I was going from like a West Coast bangers and all of a sudden like, all of a sudden I looped the last part of that track and here comes Whitney Houston rolling in, right? Then I slapped a cappella on her and all of a sudden everybody's like, what are you doing? Here it comes.